Samsung is already shifting gears toward the future. Even though One UI 7 just started rolling out a couple of weeks ago, the focus is now moving to One UI 8, the next big update that's also set to bring Android 16 along with it. Early builds of One UI 8 have already been spotted on devices like the Galaxy S25 and the Galaxy Z Flip sticks, and while the initial versions haven't shown major changes across the board yet, one exciting update has been found. Samsung Internet, the company's own web browser, is getting a fresh new design with One UI 8, and from what we've seen so far, it's a noticeable and welcome upgrade. One of the first things you'll spot is that the old plain black background when you open Samsung Internet is gone. Instead, you'll now have a customizable background image. That means you can personalize it with any photo you like, whether it's a calming landscape, a minimalist design, or even a family photo. It's a small touch, but it instantly makes the browser feel more personal and less boring. But it's not just the background that's changing. The entire user interface is getting a much cleaner, more organized look. There's more breathing room around different elements, which means the browser doesn't feel so cramped and cluttered anymore. Everything looks a little more spaced out and easier on the eyes, making it much more pleasant to navigate. Another big addition is a new carousel. This carousel displays your recently visited websites, and it doesn't stop there. It even shows sites you visited on other devices linked to the same Samsung account. So if you were reading an article on your tablet, you could easily pick it up again on your phone without having to dig through your history. It's a simple but super useful feature that makes switching between devices much smoother. Samsung has also added a new pop-up menu for quicker access to the browser's features. When you tap on the familiar three-line icon, a pop-up appears with a row of circular buttons and an icon grid underneath. These shortcuts make it easy to get to the features you use most without having to search through a bunch of menus. Plus, the icons now match the device's theme color palette, giving the entire interface a more uniform and polished look. Keep in mind, though, that these changes are based on early builds of One UI 8. Samsung is still actively developing the update, so we might see even more improvements and tweaks before the final version rolls out. But even at this early stage, the redesign of Samsung Internet looks like a step in the right direction. It's clear that Samsung is paying attention to user experience and trying to make its apps not just functional, but also visually appealing and easier to use. Now you might be wondering, when exactly is One UI 8 coming? Well, the good news is the wait won't be as long and painful as it was with One UI 7. Samsung has plans to launch the Galaxy Z Flip 7 and Z Fold 7 with One UI 8 right out of the box, and that's expected to happen around July or August this year. That means One UI 8 is just a few months away. Once the new foldables are launched, Samsung will start rolling out One UI 8 to other eligible devices pretty quickly. So if you own a recent Galaxy phone, you probably won't have to wait too long to experience all these new changes yourself. Overall, Samsung Internet's design overhaul with One UI 8 is shaping up to be an exciting update. A customizable background, a cleaner interface, better navigation tools, and improved cross-device continuity are all things that make the browser more enjoyable and practical to use. And with the full One UI 8 release just around the corner, it's a great time to be a Galaxy user. Stay tuned, because as Samsung continues to work on One UI 8, there could be even more surprises in store. Whether it's further refinements to Samsung Internet or other new features across the system, there's a lot to look forward to in the coming months. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Peace out.